I have in my hands Marie Osmond's new book called The Key is Love, My Mother's Wisdom, A Daughter's Gratitude. And I've got to tell you, I started reading the book a couple of days ago, and last night I woke up at 3:20 to finish the book, because this book is so filled with courage, wisdom, joy, devastation. It marries together between the pages of her mother's journal and diary with Marie's own life. Hello, Marie Osmond, and thank you for this read. It is beautifully written.
Susie, aren't you the sweetest? Thank you so much.
Well, now I'm going to go down maybe a different road with you, but I want just so
I love it.
So people can understand your mother and how she worked in many stages and ranges of listening and guiding. Tell the story about the feather pillow.
You are so cute. You did read the book. My mom. This is one of the reasons I think we should talk. You know, I came out and talked about my postpartum depression. I feel like my mother always said, women don't talk anymore. It's that backyard fence, Susie, where they would hang the laundry. And instead of helping each other, my mother said, why does your generation compete instead of complete each other? And so the feather pillow, she stopped going to the hairdresser because she couldn't stand the gossiping. She couldn't stand the demeaning of people in there, and the, you know, and she taught us about the feather pillow, where she took us out and opened up the feather or the pillow, and the feathers blew in the wind, and she says, now go get them. And we're like, it's impossible. And she goes, exactly, like the words out of your mouth. Be careful what you say, because you can't get them back. And so, you know, I did it with my own children. I think they thought I was nuts. But
it had a huge impact on the way words can hurt and crush and ruin not only that person that you speak about, but your own spirit when you're that negative.
Yeah. Well, and remember, if you get hit, you see it. Words, you can't see it, but it damages and injures the soul. And, you know, I thought my mother was very wise with that. And in this world where we have social media and our children are exposed, you make a mistake, it's immediately out there. I think our children need to be warned that what they put up on you know, Instagram and Facebook and all these things, it can ruin their college, you know, because people will go back and find those things.
You know, in your book, and you talk so beautifully about the loss of your son, which is every mother's nightmare, to lose a child. You've talked about divorce, you've talked about wisdom, you've talked about severe depression, you've talked about weight gain, and you did all of these, accepted all of these things in your life while you were on QVC, while you were doing Dancing with the Stars, while you were singing, while you were working Vegas, and then you have 8 children to boot. So how do you do it?
Oh, you make me cry. You read the book, Susie. Thank you. Why? How did I get through it? Is that the question?
How do you get through that, doing all that you do? What's your route?
What? I wrote in there, my mother taught me a very great principle, that she never started the day without prayer. And I believe in a higher power. We cannot get through this life without it. I honor my mother in doing the same thing in my life. And I know that there is a God there that can help us through. I don't know how the atonement, I don't know how it all works, you know, Susie. All I know is that when I couldn't breathe, in some of the darkest moments of my life, when I felt like a knife had gone into my heart, God lifts it. And it's powerful. It's not a mere consolation of the heart. The principles that my mother taught me in wisdom are not fairy tales. They're realities.
They are a reality, and it's so obvious in this book. And I've got to tell you something. I'm not here just to make you feel good. I'm just telling you that I want the viewer to understand that whatever, if she is a woman or even a man, and they're raising children, and they want to know how to be all things, and read your book and understand that you really can't be all things at once, but you can be one at a time.
Yes, you can. You know, I've always said, you know, we want to have everything, and I believe we can as women. I just don't think we can have it all at once. It's a process, isn't it?
Yes.
And I believe the process has to have the word love in it. You even, it's like I tell my children, those people who have hurt them, and even abuse them, if you don't let it go in love, they'll continually own you. And you can't move forward in life.
And the true spirit of love is forgiveness. You'll learn all of
is.
this. Marie, thank you so much. I wish we had more time.
You're so sweet.
But blessings to you,
You're a
and come
pleasure.
back to Dallas anytime. We will welcome you with open arms. You can download a
love
copy
Dallas.
of Marie's book on Amazon, iTunes, or Barnes & Noble for $12.99. Get it. It's a joy.